G'day, it's Denodon here, and welcome back to Star Citizen. Today we are taking a look at a new ship that was added in 3.0, which I know I am late to covering it, but here it is. It is the MISC Prospector, which is a mining ship. Unfortunately, there isn't any mining in-game just yet, but you can have a look at what the ship is right now. There's me obviously flying it. And we are approaching the moon of Daymar. So let's just make sure we're on course. Yep, we are. So let's boost towards the surface. And make sure we're actually in flying mode. There we go. So we're just going to boost towards the surface. Straight down, which is not really how you're supposed to enter an atmosphere. But it's a video game, so we can do this. Now, the MISC Prospector is supposed to be basically a starter ship. Oh, yeah, we really shot through that atmosphere quickly. I mean, damn. We're gonna probably have to start braking pretty quickly. But yes, this is a mining ship, supposedly the starter ship for the career. That's not to say it's the first starting ship. More that it is the first ship that is dedicated as a miner. Oh, let's slow our descent, thank you. Oh, too much atmosphere glare. I can't see what's going on. That's one thing I don't like about this so far, is you can see the glare is a little on the bright side. But yes, where's Shubin? Right here. This is where we're going to land. So we'll land and then we'll take a look at a a close look at the ship. Let's just, before we descend properly, let's find a good camera angle as I put the gear down. You can see how the thruster's all angled downwards as the gear deploys. That puts us in landing mode. Now we just need to make sure we've got permission to land. So we'll toggle one of these, comms, these guys, hail them. There shouldn't be any response, I don't think it's a manned site. But there should be. That should just remove any issues of saying if we can't land or not. Like, in fact, yeah, by the look of it, we can land anywhere, so let's just land on this pad immediately below us. You will immediately notice, if you're familiar with the other MISC ships, that the Prospector has an amazing range of view. It has probably actually got amongst the best, if not the best view of pretty much any of the mid-sized ships right now, because there's like no struts or anything in the way. Now I'm also flying with a keyboard right now, so pardon this utterly terrible flying, because I couldn't be bothered plugging the controller in tonight. There we go, we're down, so let's just turn our engines off. There we go. We'll leave the power on, that way we've got lights and everything. And let's get out of the ship so you can see the interior rather. Again, if I could speak, that would help. So yes, welcome to Shubin Mining Facility on Daymar with the lovely mountains in the distance there. But yeah, this is the field of view. In the cockpit you can see it is quite massive, as you would expect from a ship that's a miner. Now we'll pass through the door, if it wants to open for us. Come on, there we go. And we are now in the interior. This is all the interior this ship gets. You've got a little toilet in here, so we'll just open the door so you can see, you got your typical toilet, you got your taps and that. There is a shower there as well above the toilet, so if you're having a really bad day, you can have a shower while you poop. And in here you've got, just a little bed / couch type thing. And then just systems monitors and all the access areas for the different parts of the ship. It is very basic because this is a small ship. It is 24 meters long, which makes it the exact same size currently as the Origin 300 series. However, you can tell just by looking at this looks like a lot bigger ship than the 300 series, simply because it makes better use of space. Now actually we want to open the door, so let's exit the ship. This is our little airlock opens, it drops down. Then we can climb on out. Still a little bit jerky on the animations, but they're getting better. You'll see straight away, as that folds right on back, that you have these two little guns on this little pivot mount on the side. That's it for the offensive armament. It's two S1s, M3s I believe they are, but you can fit up to S2s is the plan, I believe. So, you know, they're not going to have much firepower, but this is a civilian ship. It's not really about fighting. The main point of this ship is the mining laser here, which, as you can see in its retracted position, if you've seen any of the promotional videos for this, that beam basically extends out, and then this head here can angle in various degrees and projects the beam from it. That'll allow you to mine from the surface, like we are right now if you weren't on a landing pad, or you could also mine in asteroids. Now, always looking from here, you can see the cockpit to me reminds me a bit of the Spartan helmets from Halo. Just vaguely, but there's enough of it there, in my opinion. We'll move a bit along the sides here. You've got these thruster, or the vectoring thrusters on the front here. And then these two big bags, there's two on the other side as well. This is where the mining ore that you want to keep is stored. They expand and contain all the ore. Now, they dump all the extra out the back, I'll show you that later, but as you saw from the interior, there is no regular cargo space in the Prospector, and you cannot use these to store regular cargo. It is solely for a mining ship, which is why right now, you can't really do all that much with it. But damn, it's a gorgeous looking ship anyway, so I don't really care. Now, we keep moving back, you can see the rear engine. Oh, bit of lag there. This is on the online, so of course it's going to be laggier than if I was doing it in the single player or the hangar, but I wanted to show you guys this on the actual surface it might be operating from, so you know, plus you get this lovely dynamic lighting, which I love, as I've said already. But yes, these are the rear main engines pivoting down, just like we saw in the original Freelancers thing. The Freelancers don't seem to do that anymore, but the Prospectors do. Moving on back, here is your main engine in the middle there, and above it the dumping vent for all the waste materials. That's all the rock and stuff you don't want that is supposed to be just dumped out the back there. And if we look around the rest of the ship, it looks pretty much the same as the other side, because, you know, it's a symmetrical ship. But yes, that is the MISC Prospector. I'll just get out with my gold armor because I am fancy like that. And you can see that, oh, wow, talk about lag. But yeah, if you look at that, next to a person, it's, you know, reasonable sized. Like I said, it's a fairly large ship, but not too large. It's a single-seater only, so you wouldn't expect too much from it, but what there is there is pretty good in my opinion. It was, however, about $150 when it was first released. So if you want one of these, be prepared to spend a bit of money for it is all I can say. Now I've got to get that nice camera angle again. The fun of using the fancy camera is sometimes the fancy camera doesn't want to work for you. There we go. But yes, that's a good ending shot. So that was the MISC Prospector. It's the first dedicated mining ship in game, even if it is of limited use right now. Hopefully it will be a proper ship in soon. It flies really nicely. If you heard it, it sounds really good. And overall, it is one of my favourite ship designs in Star Citizen to date, if I haven't made that clear enough. But until next time, I'm Denodon, this is Star Citizen, safe landings.